Hi, this is my video on the SmallRig handheld tripod for cell phones stroke for smartphones. Now, I bought this off Amazon for $31.99 in the UK, and on the Amazon site they've listed it down as SmallRig universal smartphone holder. So SmallRig calls it one thing, Amazon calls it another. I'll quickly go around the box. When you get this plain brown box, which you push out to reveal another box here, which just basically has the SmallRig name, and on the other box it just says SmallRig Big Dream, and it's basically plain brown box. In the box you get a nice plastic see-through bag from SmallRig, which just basically tells you basically don't give the bag to small children because they may suffocate. But you get the unit with inside the box, and it's then wrapped up in that bag and then wrapped up in a bubble wrapping here. And as you can see, it's have this nice silvery aluminium construction, and the weight of this item without a phone in it is 200 grams. I'll start off with the actual phone clamp. Now the phone clamp, at the top of the phone clamp here we have a cold shoe, and that's to mount your microphone or lights on there, so we have that. The actual clamp itself is spring loaded, and we have a rubber on the top part of the clamp, rubber on the back of the clamp, and rubber on the bottom part of the clamp. At the very bottom of the clamp we have a 1/4 inch female screw thread here, and at the very bottom we have 2 hexagon screws here. We're just getting to the shot, and that's just to assemble the actual springs within inside the clamp. Now when you open it up, it opens up that way like a scissors. Now it is quite stiff, so this is frictioned here, so it's very stiff to open up. And we'll go to the back of the clamp here, and as you can see there's an actual pivoting point here, and that is so that the clamp can go from holding your phone in landscape and with a turn to portrait. Now this clamp does go 360 degrees right round back to its original place. On the back here we have the SmallRig, and I'll try and get that in folks, SmallRig logo, and then we have on the base unit here is the feet. Now the feet spread out and opens out at 62 degrees, and on the other side of the feet and base we have rubber points here for grip, and a rubber point here on the base itself. Not only, like I showed you before, that the base can spread at 62 degrees to provide a nice platform when placing this on a surface, but also, as I showed you before, it doubles up as a handle. And also I have to mention it is Arca-swiss, I hope I got that right folks, Arca-swiss compatible for any tripod that uses or holder that uses the Arca-swiss mount. So that's what these 2 points on either side are for. So coming to the phone clamp, it can hold your small mini phones all the way up to your notes. It can go from 65 millimeters up to 90 millimeters in holding in the width of the phones that it can hold, so all your large phones can hold in this clamp. When it comes to the dimensions of this SmallRig universal phone holder, the actual length when extended out like this is 6.69 inches when extended out. Now when folded down, the actual length now becomes 3.74 inches with a width of 1.5 inches by a height thickness here of 1.5 inches. So this is quite pocketable. So if you want to put this in your jacket pocket or coat pocket or even your trousers pocket, it is quite pocketable. It's just got a bit of weight to it, as I stated before, that it's about 200 grams in weight. Now here's my 2p worth on the SmallRig universal smartphone holder. Negative has to do with this spring-loaded clamp. Because it's a spring-loaded clamp, and I know the whole unit is made well, but because it's a spring-loaded clamp, the spring may be subject to failure. So once the spring goes, this clamp is now useless. I would have much preferred if this was a simple screw adjustment clamp, so you just screw down on your phone. This would have made it better. The next negative has to be with this 1/4 inch female thread. Now, to me, on one respect, it's a negative. The negative being, if you want to screw this to a tripod or to a selfie stick, you can't have it that way up. You're going to have to turn the actual phone mount to its side, like so, to use that 1/4 inch female thread at the bottom. And the very last negative of this is the price. I know it's well built and it's made of a total all aluminium construction, and literally when you go to angle it or tilt the camera, especially for your phone, when you want to use it on a desk, it's very stiff, and the mount, the phone clamp mount, to turn it from landscape to portrait is stiff as well. But the price of this is absolute over the top at 30, call it almost £32 in the UK for this. And now for the positives, and the first positive has to be with the construction of this. I know I mentioned it in the negatives as well, but the construction of this is really solid. If this drops on the floor, it will probably take a couple of scratches, probably a little bit of dings or dents to it, but it will still work as normal. It's very pocketable, and I like how it folds down to this neat size that can be easily fitted into a pocket of your trousers, jacket pocket, even into a bag. Another positive, and I'll start from where the base is. I like how you can open the base out at 62 degrees to make this like a proper stand to sit on a desk or any surface. So I like that, and the rubber feet and base, I like that. I like also that it has this Arca-swiss, I forgot that right, Arca-swiss mounting system here, so you can mount this to any tripod that uses the Arca-swiss mount. What I like how they provided you with a cold shoe mount at the top of the phone clamp, so you can mount your lights or microphone to the top, so that's really nice. And even though I have mentioned this in the negative, but that's because if you have the mount like that way, may be difficult to put a selfie stick or a pole on there, or even to put it to the tripod. But I still do like, and I'll put this also into the negative, the 1/4 inch screw thread mount at the bottom. At least they provided you with that. This is my overall conclusion of the SmallRig universal smartphone holder. Now in the description, I'll leave the actual name, what SmallRig calls this. It's a very long name, but I'll leave it down in the description. Now, to me, this is really suited for somebody who does a lot of vlogging with their mobile phones only, or somebody who watches a lot of videos or films, etc. on their mobile phone, who are sick and tired of those cheap plastic desktop stands. This is worth your while, and this is up your street if you're any one of those two people, or even if you're the same person who does that kind of thing. This is up your street. To me, this is just a tad overpriced for what it is. I'll see if I can try and get the Ulanzi version, which is half this price. Every time I go to try and buy that, it's always sold out. So I'll see if I can try and get the Ulanzi version. But personally, it is well built. If you're somebody who does a lot of them kind of things, what I mentioned, then this to you is worth your money. But if you're somebody like me who doesn't really vlog that much, it's a bit too overpriced and you're better off looking elsewhere. Thanks for watching the video. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. I perfectly understand my videos can be long, but I like to go into detail to save you the trouble of when you buy the product, you know what to expect. So that's why my videos are long. Please subscribe to the channel and I'll see you next time.